What's up, Twin Pyramid? JoJo, how y'all doing? Let's see how this thing do on a Wednesday. What up, family? How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome on a Wednesday evening. Happy hump day. It's the hump day. Oh, shit. Give y'all time to come in. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Miss Peacemaker. Frankie 3000. Free Mind. What up, Master Maya? G. Miyagi, I guess. My bad. I'm sorry. It's the middle of the week. Let's see if we can just have something to do. Just try to pass a little time. Do something different. I done bought all this equipment. I need to use it more than one day. Hey, Aslan. I hope we don't have no technical difficulties. Don't start that shit. I heard a noise. What was that? A1B. Shift 2. Back. Let me drop this link for y'all right quick. I hope everyone is doing well on this Wednesday evening. I almost didn't make it. What the old saying go, the devil busy. That's what they say. But I was on my way here and I saw steam or smoke or something coming from under my hood, right, on my little Toyota. My office, my Toyota, you know we can't have that. So I pulled over, I saw coolant or whatever leaking from where the radiator is, or one of the hoses or something busted, or either the radiator or what have you. I don't know which one it is. Thank you, ambitious hustler. Hold on, y'all. Ambitious hustler. My girl just left me. Good for you. And I'm getting ready to go to the Navy. Uncle War, you got any words of encouragement for me? Do your damn thing. Hey, first of all, how old are you? Do your thing. Go to the Navy. Work on yourself. Get yourself together. Don't worry about her, man. You know, they're coming and going. Coming and going, player. Don't, you know, I done been left. It can happen to the best of us. If it hurt, go somewhere and cry. Don't let nobody see you cry. If it hurt, go cry. Don't worry about it. Feel your pain. Don't do nothing to it. Go on about your business. Go get your money, man. Go get your money. It's a blessing in disguise, I promise you. It's a blessing in disguise. Now, I've been left so many times. I'll be surprised when they stay, to be honest with you. It surprised me when a woman stays. That's what shocks me. When I hear a man say his woman left him, I'm like, okay, what? She left you? I mean, that's like saying the sky blue. What's new? Go to the Navy. You're going to meet somebody else. You might date her for a little while. She going to leave you too. At some point in time, some stay longer than others. Some stay longer than others. You might get lucky enough to find some that don't do all that. They ain't got time to be starting over. So you might run across that one that might stay with you for a couple of years or what have you. But don't worry about it, man. You on the right path. Go to the Navy. Get yourself together. You're gonna be plenty more women, especially if you got some money. I promise you. If you got some money, you're gonna get another one. I promise you. Thank you, Cream 794. I got my man Damon supposed to be joining me, but let me see. Let me throw this link up here again. The audio bad. What about now? Maybe I have it close enough. Hold on, y'all. What about now? I had the fan on. If it pop up now, I turn the fan off. Can you hear me better now? It's still bad? Man, it's technology crap. Let me see something. Hold on, let me see. What about now? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna fix it. All right, let's try this again. How's that? Can y'all hear me? It's better now? Thank you. Oh, Lord have mercy. For that. Hey, Linda Lewis. Hey, my girl. My first comment ever, Miss Linda Lewis. Thank you. You're still here. I appreciate that. Now I'm dropping the link. If anybody want to join in, what we're going to talk about tonight is finances, right? As we know, times is hard. We ain't going to just talk about how bad things are. We're going to talk about what we're going to do about it, right? What we're going to do about it. First, let me get my man Damon in. Hold on. There you go, Damon. You made it. I've been having technical difficulties. Let me see. I've been having technical difficulties. Let me see. What up, Damon? Nah, hold on. I'm hearing background there. What up, Damon? Nah, hold on. I'm hearing background. What up, Damon? Nah, hold on. I'm hearing background.
This delay really bad.
Damon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. This delay really bad.
Damon, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's like a delay or something.
Yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right, but I can hear myself talking to you after I say what I say, then I can hear it talk back to me. I can hear you.
Okay, I'll go out of the thing.
We're gonna get Tracy Jones in here while we're waiting on Damon to get it. What up, Tracy?
Hey, man,
Hey,
I just put a spoonful in my mouth, but all right. Hey, what's up with Big Ward?
How you doing, man? Can you hear me pretty good?
I can hear you real good, bro. I just had some
Okay,
questions
what's
for
on
you,
your
bro.
mind?
Well,
Go ahead.
you know, I'm an owner operator, man, of this truck right here, man, a CTJ trucking.
Right.
And man, yeah, I'm here to tell you, man, the Biden administration, man, haven't made it easy on me, man, at all. And if y'all people want to keep voting for like this, man, I'm gonna be doggone hurting, and so are you. You're gonna continue to hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I really wish, man, people like me can actually understand that, man, and vote accordingly. You know what I mean? But you know, I know women hold a big voting block in this country, man. White women especially, man. If you doggone white men can hold your women down and educate them, man, to vote accordingly, man, that'll really be a service to this country, man. It really would be.
No,
It
ain't happening.
But until white men get honest, man, and actually be honest with everybody else, nothing's gonna change. Nothing. Period.
Oh, it's a done deal, man. That's why we're here now to talk about what we're gonna do about it, cause it's a wrap. I just left the barbershop, right? And this gonna sound kind of I'll let y'all judge how you think. But I just left the barbershop and I said, you know what? Cause I got people, family, friends, what have you, no matter what I say, I'm through talking about it. I'm through trying to convince anybody, right? You vote how, I don't care. I really, truly don't care. So what I said, well, you know what, man? I was talking to the barber, right? And I was like, I kind of in a dark, sinister way, I kind of hope she win. I kind of hope she win, and she put a hurt on me. See, what I'm here to do now, what we finna talk about, me and my man Damon right here, we're gonna talk about how we gonna make it through this hard time.
So you think it's better to show them than you actually tell them?
Because I'm tired of them. They need to feel that hurt. They need to feel
It's
that
gonna hurt,
man.
but it's gonna hurt bad on both of us, not only on on them, but it's gonna really hurt on us.
But,
you know what I'm saying? Just showing them their error of their ways.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a head start on them. We already know it's gonna be fucked up, so we're gonna prepare now.
Man, it's impossible, man.
You got any cars?
Yeah, I got a truck and 2 cars.
You paying car notes?
I pay a note on one of them.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Anybody listening, if you were planning on going to get you a car, anything on credit, buying a house, anything like that, any type of big purchases, no. What you're gonna do is you're gonna pretend like you got a car, as in like you just went bought a car, and you're gonna pay a car note to the bank. Well, unless you got a safe or something like that. I ain't too, that's another topic. But imagine yourself paying a car note every month, but to yourself. You feel like you're paying a car note, because we're gonna pay that car note faithfully, right? 7, 8, 9. As a matter of fact, people wrote me today. I got a letter today. No, it was somebody emailed me, offered me a car for like $40,000 with like a high interest rate, and it was gonna be like $1,000 a month for 72 months.
Oh,
so that's $72,000. The car was like $38,000.
That ain't no good. And plus, that ain't no good, big boy.
I'm gonna go get a radio.
But most people don't got the discipline, including me. Oh.
Go ahead. What'd you say, Big Boy?
Well, here's the problem. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm just making sure I put him on while you was getting situated. But your volume sound good, and I sound good to you. So yeah. We're in the house. How much time you got? I don't want to hold you up too long.
Oh no, I got plenty of time, Big Boy. Plenty of time.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Did I mute Tracy? Okay, there you go, Tracy. But what I'm saying is, if she get in, because it's a chance she might win. Because like you say, the women, they vote in large numbers.
It's a big chance she'll win.
When they motivate. Yeah, especially when they motivate about something. But hold on, as a matter of fact, I want y'all to hear something.
Yeah.
I got my Bluetooth, y'all. I want y'all to hear something.
A lot of people might hear a lot of the sentiment about, that's against Kamala from the black community and from black women and stuff like that. Please don't believe your ears. Those are only a drop in the bucket that's actually against that woman. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, black women are going to vote overwhelmingly for Kamala. So don't believe that stuff on TikTok and whatnot. It sounds good. Don't get me wrong. It sounds good. And it's good that actually some black women are actually waking up to a lot of the foolishness that's actually going on out here. But those are only drops in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? So, overwhelmingly, the black community is actually going to vote for, the Democrat. You know what I'm saying? But, it's a strong possibility that this woman can win. And that's an alarm. And everybody sees the results of this administration. Huh?
What area are you from?
I'm from Georgia. And Georgia turned blue.
Yeah, you got that was just that one election. They realized they fucked up. That won't happen again.
You sure about that, man?
Man, Georgia ain't blue. They won one election. That comes Stacey Abrams. She got out there and made them vote. But the guy,
but sentiment in Georgia is even growing, and people from all across the country are moving down here. You got people from California coming to Texas, turning Texas blue, man. They voting accordingly. They voting just the way they did in their own state. Wherever they move, they vote the same. And they're moving to Georgia.
Hold on a minute, all right? Hold on. This is what we're going to do. We ain't going to operate in fear. We got, what you call it? We have a warning. We've been warned. We know ahead of time. there's a possibility that she might win.
Oh,
So
yeah.
what we gonna, even if she don't win, this ain't about her. This ain't about her. This is about preparing for hard times. No matter who wins, we heading for these same hard times.
But
What
there's
I'm
a
saying
big
is,
difference,
it
Big
didn't got
Ward.
so bad to where we go. Listen to me, man. I'm trying to tell you something. We gonna get bad regardless. We already headed downhill. We gonna crash regardless. With her, it's gonna be a faster crash. With Trump, it'll be a slower crash. We crashed. So what I'm telling people to do, like they tell you on the plane, when you're turbulent, we can experience some turbulence. They tell you to tighten up. We letting you know we can experience turbulence. So now that you know that, if you don't take heed to that, that's your fault. To the fact that anybody listening to me right now, I'm telling you, we headed. If it's Kamala, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be faster. If it's Trump, it might be a little slower. He might be able to slow the train down a little bit. But we still gonna crash, bro. What I'm trying to tell you.
He's
So
going to
what
be able
we
to
do
slow it.
now is we know the problem coming.
Big Ward, he's going to be able to slow it down dramatically. He's going to be able to slow it down dramatically because cutting regulations would be able to free a lot of us out here. And you know that just as well as I do. And that'll be able to fuel a lot of, you know what I'm saying, the slowness of this economy. But I mean, I'm not the smartest, you know what I'm saying, tool in the shed. I understand that, man. But I do know you hit the nail on the head when you said that he can slow it down. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, what can you do if we was actually had Kamala in office, man, continuing the same policies as the Biden administration, man? We would be devastated in 4 years.
No, she's gonna be worse. Hold on,
Yes,
hold on. Yeah, and I got some people waiting as a Wednesday night. I can't be up all night like I do on the weekend. So I want to thank you for coming on in. I'm gonna get my man Damon in because that's who we So thank you, Trace. I appreciate you. Don't worry,
hey,
man.
thanks
Just
for having
listen.
me up, man.
And we're gonna discuss what we need to be doing. First of all, you local, cause you got a day cab.
Man, I travel all across this country, man. And if you don't mind, man, huh?
You in a day cab, right?
Oh yeah, man. I sleep in this damn thing and everything, man. But I get your product wherever you need to go. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'll make this truck swim if I need to.
And that's what you have to keep that mindset, man. Do you got any other thing that you do for money besides the truck?
Yes, sir. It's all for these damn kids, man. And that's what it's all about. And I really want to, if you don't mind, Big Ward, can I say a thing to the American people before I go?
The few that's in here, I ain't that big yet for the American people to hear me, but maybe y'all spread it to the American people.
A lot of people watch you, and man, a lot of people look up to you, including me.
Well, I appreciate it.
But man, what I want to tell everybody out there, man, now is the time for us all to come together, man, beyond anything. Whatever differences that we got, man, we got to put all that stuff to the side, man, and look to those leaders of ours, man, and hold those people accountable, man. And we got to be willing to form up, you know what I'm saying, arm in arm with each other, man. Whatever differences that these people pitted us against each other, man, we need to set that stuff to the side, man, and love each other, man, like the Lord told us to do. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, some things that we got to let go and just doggone put aside to the future, man, and we'll deal with that stuff in the future, but we got to deal with these people that's doggone reigning over us right now.
Well, we're sticking together, the people that's independent. And the Democrats, they sticking together. So
yeah, but we all ain't together.
We ain't together. And it ain't gonna never be together. We ain't gonna worry about that. What we gonna do is we gonna prepare for this storm while they over there partying. God said, build the ark. They over there laughing. Y'all crazy. God said, build the ark. I'm telling y'all to build the ark. While them people over there still partying and playing, thinking it's a game, I'm telling y'all to prepare for the flood. That's what I'm telling you to do. They partying, they playing, they celebrating that they got their new vice president selection or whatever. A guy that put tampons in the boys' bathroom at school.
Yeah, man.
That's the type of policy. That's the type of crap they own. They put tampons in the 4th grade in elementary school. He's a teacher, right? You know, they put He's the governor. He's the governor now. He was a teacher, but he's the governor. They put tampons in the boys' bathroom.
Man, they ought to be ashamed of themselves, man.
No, it's anything goes with these people. I try to tell my sister and other people about this other weird. See, they don't look at the deep. They don't dig deep into that. They look at the surface stuff.
Man, you can't tell me. It's like you can't tell me they don't, think about these things whenever they cast that vote. You cannot tell me they don't think about these things, Big Ward.
No, they don't. Symbolism. The first black this, the first woman that symbolism. I was one of them. I know the mindset. I was one of them. But anyway, I appreciate you, Tracy. Keep listening, man. We're gonna dig deep into all of what we need to do. I appreciate you.
Hey, Big Ward. I just wanted something to tell Tracy. At the end of the day, it don't matter who get elected, man. You still got to get out there and make your bread, no matter what. I mean,
and do the right thing with it.
Yeah, you got to
do the right thing with it.
Yep.
Right. And my point, Damon, is no matter who get elected, where we are right now, who gonna fix it? We already, it's like a house is on fire, as I like to say, right? The house is on fire. Somebody eventually come put it out. But can you put it out with something left? So, you know what I mean? Or is it a total, like, what you call it when the house is totaled out? Kamala gonna let it total out. Trump might be able to save a little bit of the house. You know what I mean? It's on fire regardless. Whether it be Trump or whether it be Kamala, it's on fire. We burning. Rome is burning. Rome is burning. It don't matter who get in there. We on fire right now. Have you seen Joe Biden? You heard from him?
Yeah, I seen the interview today. He was talking about that he don't think that it's going to be a fair transition of power if Trump loses. That's what he did an interview today.
It ain't got to be a transition of power. Trump ain't in office. How he gonna transition power? That dude's senile, man. He the president.
Yeah.
The transition of power gonna come from him to her, not from Trump. Trump ain't gonna have nothing to do with it. What can Trump do if he lose?
Well, they're taking this comment of when he's saying that it's going to burn down. They was talking about as if he's going to do something about it, kind of somewhat like they did last time. But what he was talking about was economics. He was talking about economics that it's going to burn down. Right.
If she get in, have you heard anything about her economic policy?
None.
I want to play this right quick, man. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about it. Y'all listen to this. She talking about reparations. Hold on.
Well, listen.
Hold on.
Again, do you support reparations for Black people? Well, listen. Again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost
hold on, I gotta turn it up, y'all.
We had legalized discrimination and segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing. Do you?
You heard her say 400 years of slavery, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know we didn't have 400 years of slavery. I don't know. That's like a talking point. I think when did Christopher Columbus come over here, like 1600, something like that? It wasn't even America then. We're in the 20th century or 21st century, whatever. We just say 2000, 2024. So 400 years ago will be 1624, right? We didn't have slavery here in 1624. I don't think we did. Maybe I'm wrong. Slavery, what called the Declaration of Independence was what, 17? Now, we ain't talking about slavery around the world. We're talking about American slavery. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. But So but that's neither here nor there. How many years? 400 years. I always hear 400 years. I'm like, that it wasn't really 400 years. Because how old is America? When was America established? Because I know we had the Declaration of Independence, whatever you wouldn't know, was like what 1776 or something like that.
77,
right?
Yeah.
So that's 300 and what is it? That mean it's not even 300 years. 17, 18, 19, 20. 2076 will be 300 years. So it's just 200 and some years that we had the Declaration of Independence. It's only 200 and like 50 years. We like 250 years after the Declaration, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when Miss Marie, whatever, when did slavery start in America? What year? For it to be 400 years. Do the math. The math ain't mathing. It couldn't have came in the 16, the kind of slavery. I might be wrong. I don't. Hey, I'm a genius, but I don't know everything. That's how I'm a genius. Called I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to learn. So 1619 was the first slave ship. That's what they're saying. I don't know, but anyway, y'all listen to this. She said 400 years, it was the 300 years, what have you. They ain't ask her nothing about no damn slave. They asked her about reparations. She ain't gonna, and tell me at what point did y'all hear her answer this question?
For reparations for Black people.
Well, listen, again, we had over 200 years of slavery. We had Jim Crow for almost a century. We had legalized discrimination, segregation, and now we have segregation and discrimination that is not legal but still exists and is a barrier to progress. We have disparities around housing. We have disparities around education. We have disparities around income. And we have to recognize that everybody did not start out on an equal footing in this country. And in particular, Black people have not. And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the Lift Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift.
She said the Lift Act. Don't sound like reparations to me. For Black people, they ask her a simple question. Do you support reparations for Black people? That's a simple yes or no. Which I already, listen, I'm on regular saying it ain't happening. It ain't happening. But anyway,
hey, Big Ward, I got something to say about this. As you know, I got 3 sons, and one of my sons just graduated from the University of Chicago, and when he went, he took the GMAT. He went to business school there, and what we got to do is, as I talk about individual responsibility and going out there and trying to do for yourself. He applied for Cornell. They gave 100%. They would have given him 100% for him to go to business school. A lot of people don't know this. Like, if you do a lot of reading, especially the Wall Street Journal, newspapers have come down a lot. People don't know this. They're doing everything they possibly can to get African Americans to go to school. That's the reason why Cornell wanted to pay. He was going to Chicago Booth. It cost $81,000 a year. They was paying $71,000 a year because they was fighting for him. A lot of people don't know if you get your kid to get good grades in school, do well on a standardized test. People don't know if you make under $85,000 a year, and I'm putting this information out there for people to know, you can go to Harvard for free. You can go to UPenn for free. You can go to Cornell for free. You can go to all these schools for free if you're under the income and you qualify for it. But I mean, they're not going to just give a handout and you don't qualify. But if you get your kid, and that's what I tried to focus on, to make sure my kids good grades, they played sports, but I wanted to make sure that they was able to get it, because all those opportunities out there, and all you got to do is go out there and explore those opportunities. They're there now. You don't really need reparations. You can actually advance yourself by getting an Ivy League education, and you can go for free.
Right. And I'm the type. I'm saying the same thing. You're saying we don't need it. It'll be nice if they give it out. I'm sure we're gonna take it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying it ain't happening. Now, people say, I've been called a coon for that too, for my view on reparations. I'm not saying we shouldn't get it. I'm saying we ain't gonna get it. And I'm saying I don't care if we don't, I'm still gonna do just like you said, make it happen. With or without it. And what you were saying about doing good in school. I said it today or yesterday, whatever it was, about how they're not sending homework home no more in my state. Talking about that's too hard on the kids. They already have a hard day throughout the day at just regular school. Homework is too hard. So you just said they got to, if they make good grades. So therefore, we got to have parents that's willing to go the extra mile and make their kids do good in school. Because the school not gonna do it. The schools are graduating kids now that can't read.
Yeah, I agree. And then that's like one of the things that they say that the standardized tests. Huh?
Oh, what he at? This dude like this, I hope don't get it. If they get it out, I hope you be asleep when they pass it out. FBA ship. My negativity. But I mean, telling the truth. My negativity ain't what we need, bro, on reparations. Excuse my language. I ain't sitting around waiting on no damn reparations. Y'all can have it. I'm not sitting around waiting on no goddamn reparations. I ain't saying the hell with it. We shouldn't get it. We should have been got it. My point is, I don't give a. What is y'all talking? They done made that into a whole like reparation. Y'all sit y'all ass down somewhere. And if we don't, if they don't do it, yeah.
Go ahead. Well, I just want to say that even though we're not going to get reparations, but we really don't need reparations. The real blessing was being born in the United States of America. I deployed to Bosnia in, I believe, 1995, which is a European country, which is crazy. When I went over there, I actually seen a person. See, we judge ourselves based on each other. We don't judge ourselves on the world. And when I was in Bosnia, there was actually a guy on a cart being pulled by a goat. They was actually still cutting. This was only 1995. They were still cutting grass with machetes. They were still cutting grass with machetes, and this was an all European white country still cutting grass with machetes. So we judge ourselves. This is the only place I know in America where we don't count. But everywhere I know, everybody I know, you go to any inner city, any project, everybody got PlayStations, they got Xboxes, they got everything. And this shows that American capitalism works, Big Ward. It works. We live a wonderful life in this country.
Well, the ones who get out and get it live a wonderful life. You know, the ones who get out and get it. And I guess so. We weren't about to talk about it. I hate I even played that part when she said something about reparations. Lord, I hate getting into these folks, them LBAs, about some goddamn reparation. I'm 52 years old. They've been talking about reparations before I was born. And they'll be talking about it long after I'm gone. And it still ain't gonna happen. So if they don't pay, how much reparations you got? You say you own 2 Dairy Queens, right?
Yeah, I own 2 Dairy Queens.
How much reparations they gave you to buy those?
No reparations.
So how the hell you get it?
Big Ward.
So you got 2 Dairy Queens with no reparations. Now, if they give out reparations, would you tell them no?
Oh no, I'll take it.
Right. So I'm not saying, hey, don't get their ass shit. I'm not one of them coons like they always call me Sambo or whatever. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't do it. I would be glad to have it. I think it would help under the right set of circumstances. Some people, if you give it to them, they're gonna destroy you. And some people, if you cut them a big check, they're gonna kill themselves. So I'm not sitting around here saying don't do it. What I'm saying is, it ain't happening, bro. I don't come at me talking about they gave them other folk money. I know they gave them other folk money. Then they got to do what I'm talking about. They ain't giving us none, bruh. Do you not know they hate us? Why would your enemy help you? Them other folks that they gave money to, they don't hate them folks. They hate us. What makes you think your enemy gonna help you? Stop sitting around waiting on your enemy to help you. You say they're your enemy, right? But yet you turn around and say, hey, give me my money. Master, you hate me, but give me some money though. That's gonna help me. That's the dumbest shit I ever. We're the only ones sitting around doing shit like that. The only group of people sitting around asking our enemy for help. Or we asking our enemy to give us what they owe us. There's plenty of people that owe me money that I know they ain't gonna give it to me. Some of them don't like me, so I know they ain't gonna give me my money. So I just said, you know what, y'all can have it. I ain't gonna worry about it. If you pay me, fine. If don't, fine. I'm gonna be all right either way. So stop sitting around. I can't tell them what to do, damn it. They can do what they want to do. We're gonna talk about what we came here to talk about. So now we're going into
the big word. Just let me one of the things that we making a mistake in the community that I grew up in is that when welfare, I believe welfare and Social Security is a crutch. When people tell me that they're trying to get their kid to apply for welfare, they have mental issues or they have this or they have that. A lot of times they just be trying to get easy money. And I try to explain to them, why are you trying to get easy money to still be poor? I mean, you're getting $1,100, $1,200 a month, you poor. I mean, you're not getting over by doing that when you should be wanting to progress in life. And sometimes if you give somebody $1,300 or you give somebody welfare, you give somebody food stamps, I believe that actually hinders people and stop them. And it's almost like you're giving them money to hold them back not to do better. But that's one thing. Go ahead.
You paying them to stay out your way.
Yeah.
They paying us to stay out of the way. Stay right there at that level right there. We're gonna give you $1,000 a month, whatever the payment is.
Mm-hmm.
We want you comfortable with that $1,000 a month. So therefore, you won't get your ass out here in nobody's school. You won't go educate yourself. You won't try and grind hard and get in my way and take an opportunity from me that would have been easily given to me if it wasn't for you in my way. So he'll take this little $1,000 a month and stay your ass over there out the way.
Yeah.
Don't try to grow. Don't try, like you said, don't try to expand. Don't do anything. Just they paying you to stay poor. But our people perish for a lack of knowledge. You get paid to stay poor.
Yeah, and whatever. If you notice, whatever we decide to go into, we take over. We took over the NBA. We take over the NFL. Whatever we decide to go into, and if we decide to go all in on economics, we take that over too.
And they know
strong
that.
People. Yeah.
They know that.
Yeah.
So therefore, your enemy ain't gonna help you get rich. That's why we're not getting no reparations. I ain't saying we don't deserve it or we're not owed it. I'm telling you, your enemy don't give a damn about what you owe. Your enemy don't care about what you're supposed to have, how they're supposed to do for you. They don't care about doing right by you. Get that through your head. Y'all wasting time sitting around here talking about some damn reparations like your enemy give a damn about making things right with you. They don't like you. What you gonna do about it? You gonna go take it? What you gonna do?
How you find that video, Big Word? I thought they scrubbed the internet of that. I know she ain't said that lately.
They trying this Big War. As a matter of fact, let me finish before they get rid of it. Hold on, here we go.
By default, it affects Black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not.
Now, the lady just asked her, what is she going to do for Black people? Do she have any type of policies or ideas that will help the Black community? Help Black people, not just reparations, but policy. See, I ain't tripping out reparations, but do you have anything else that might help us? Like something to do with, let her in her own words. Because I keep telling my sister, I keep telling other people that gonna vote for it, they so proud, this and that. When she done told you, I ain't doing nothing for you now. So when she get in there and don't do shit for you, don't go to crying. She sold us out. No, she didn't. She told you ahead of time she ain't doing shit for you. Hold on.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policy,
It affects Black families, but there's
a tax credit, which will that can give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the Lift Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less as a family a tax credit, which will benefit and uplift 60% of Black families who are in poverty.
so by default it affects Black families, but there's not a particular policy for African Americans that you explore.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies, when you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit Black children, Black families, Black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit Black people. No, because whatever benefits that Black family will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country. Right?
Did I hear her say, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's going to only benefit Black people? No. Am I the only one who heard that? That I'm not going to do something that's going to only benefit Black people. But I would do something that will only benefit the LGBTQ community. I'll make policy just for them. Policies that don't include everybody else. These policies, Obama, now Biden and her made bills, policies just for the LGBTQ community that didn't benefit nobody else but them. It was strictly for them. They made policies strictly for the Asians. During COVID, a few yahoos blamed all the Asian people for COVID outbreak, right? So you had a couple of yahoos throw water in some Chinese folk face. They hurry up and came up with an Asian hate bill. Asian hate bill, which means if you do anything to an Asian, it increases the penalty. So if you do something to a Black person, you got one set of laws. You do something to an Asian, it increases the penalty. So your punishment for doing something to an Asian gonna be worse than the punishment for doing something to a Black person. Therefore, an Asian hate bill, something strictly just for Asians. But you can't do nothing just for Black people. We can't do that. No, I can't say I'm gonna just do something strictly for Black people. You got policy just for Jewish people. You got policy just for Japanese people. With the intern camps, whatever, during World War, just doing work. Look how many years of slavery we had in America, whether it be 400 years, 200 years, it was longer than the Holocaust. And we didn't even do that. We weren't responsible for the Holocaust. We didn't do that. That was Germans. But look how what we do for Israel. Strictly for Israel. Strictly for Jewish people. Which I ain't got, this ain't no, hey, you gotta be careful about them now. I ain't talking no negativity. You know what I mean? My point is, they can do stuff for all these other groups strictly just for them. But in the words of the horse herself, to calculate, we can't do nothing strictly just for Black people. How ironic. How ironic. We can't, anyway. So, the economy is in a tank, Damon. And the work with Bitcoin they crashed too.
Dang, yeah.
Bitcoin is crashing. You know, a lot of people come in and say, "Big boy, you need to go into Bitcoin." I'm looking at Bitcoin. So as of right now, for people that don't have a lot of money, I don't know, man. What can a person that don't have a lot of money? What can you do right now? What can you do right now? If you were the person in this situation right now, Damon, where we heading, the economic outlook, as in it ain't getting no better. What should people be doing right now to prepare for what's coming?
Well, the first thing they need to do, Big Ward, I call it chasing the wrong rabbit. We need to make sure that they're chasing the right rabbit. And a lot of times, on I watch you all the time. I mean, we might not need to be running around chasing women, chasing men, chasing the wrong rabbit, and it's an economic thing that we need to be chasing. But
right.
The first thing you need to do, and I use myself as an example, early on in my military career, I was in Cleveland, Ohio, working at the federal building. And I want to say back then, I probably had about $25,000. I delivered pizzas. And as the time's going to get harder, and I believe it's going to get real hard. I mean, we already know the people in out working, the normal people already know that we're in a recession. They already know. And I don't believe this 2.3% GDP that they reported last quarter. I don't believe that.
They're lying.
Yeah, they're lying. And what they do is they do it all the time. They go back and they say, well, we're just going to report what it was. We got new information and we're going to report what it was. And I just don't. And they do that. We've done that. The last recession, they went back and said, oh, we was in recession 6 months ago. And I just believe in what they need to do is everybody needs to start saving. They need to live less on their income. And so back when I was talking about, I give a couple little stories as my example. When I was a private in the Army E3. My wife was a private E3. So let's say we made $1,500 a month combined. We had a neighbor across the hall and we had a kid at the time. And the neighbor across the hall, he had a wife, he had a kid. And the wife didn't work. And I said, so what we're going to do is we're going to live like that kid. We're going to live like them across the hall. If we got two incomes, they only got one. If they're living right across the hall from us, we're living at the same standard, basically. We're going to live like them and we're going to save the rest of that. So we started saving up our money because we knew that we need to make more money to get ahead, to try to make money, you have to save money. So when I was delivering, I had about $20,000. This was about 3 years later. I went to work. I had to go to work at 4:30 in the morning. I got off at about 3. I went to a pizza place afterwards, and I actually really, really liked it. I would deliver pizzas, and so the owner was so cheap as a business person, he wouldn't sell sodas. So I said, hey, I would tell the people that, hey, take delivery for sodas. The gas station across the street sold sodas back then for $1, and we were selling sodas for $2. I would, whatever soda they wanted, I would stop at the gas station. I would buy a 2-liter for $1, and then I would sell it to them for $2 because they wanted the owner to. It wasn't the owner's fault when you're a small business and you don't have a lot of volume. They sell you the sodas more expensive than what they would sell someone with hard volume. So I would recommend that everybody just work a little bit harder, work a little bit more. As we go through these hard times, don't start feeling sorry for yourself. Go out, maybe Uber, go out, work your job, Uber. And we're going to talk about hard times or how to survive this. And I'm here to talk about, it's not to survive it. I'm here to talk about thriving in it. That's when we go down to the bottom, especially in the stock markets. So the people that's out here feeling this economy now, that's really being affected, they don't care too much about. It's when the stock market fall and people with, a lot of money and they're being affected and they start slowing down their spending. That's when the Federal Reserve and the government is really going to do something about it.
Yeah, exactly. And I noticed something There's been times in my life where I had a lot of money, and there was times in my life when I was broke or just had a little money. So, say for instance, I noticed something about myself when I didn't have much money. Say like I might have to go 2 weeks before I get paid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I might have had. I remember times, and people saying they can't do it. But one ain't got that kind of discipline or what have you. Just that to save my money like that. I don't have discipline. I thought that too. There was a time when I found myself having to go 2 weeks because you get paid every 2 weeks, and after I paid my bills, I wasn't hardly making nothing. After I paid my bills, I might have had like $100 until next payday. And I'm the type of person I didn't have nobody to go borrow no money from. So I knew this $100 gotta last me 2 weeks, and this all I got. And you know what I ended up doing? That $100 made it to next payday. I would spend $5 here. I would not, if I didn't absolutely need it, I didn't buy it. But when I have a pocket full of money, now I'm buying bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time where I ran through $1,000. I made $100 last longer than 1,000. That because it seemed like the more money I had, the more frivolous I got. And the least amount of money I had, the more discipline I got. When you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only option. So you never know how disciplined you are until being disciplined. Discipline or die. We're in a situation right now where your ass going to be disciplined or you going to die. So you sit around here and talk about what you can't do. I can't save no money. I can't hold no money. I got to do. Okay. I'll be at your funeral if the Lord allow me to live to see it. You ain't got to do it. Go and buy them shoes. Go and buy that purse. Go and buy all the other bullshit. My kid my kid's going to wear the best. Okay, let him wear the best. Go right ahead. But what I'm telling you, I remember a time I made $100 last 2 weeks. And then I remember a time where I spent $1,000 in a day. I'd have been on both sides of that spectrum. Spent $1,000 in a day, and I also made $100 last 2 weeks. So how do I do that? Where there's a will, there's a way. When your mind's set on doing something, you're gonna do it. If you ain't got but $100 and nobody else to borrow no money from, or you gonna starve if you spend this little $100 you got between now and payday, you gonna hold that $100. You gonna penny pinch off it. You gonna squeeze it till it screams. That's just my personal experience. Now y'all can sit out there and talk about what you can't do, but when you ain't got no other choice, you'll find a way. You will find a way. I made $100 last 2 weeks, and I've also blown 1,000 in one day, depending on what mindset you in. When you think you got more than what you really got, you'll blow it. When you know you ain't got shit, even if you got a few dollars, you know this all I got, you'll hold it. Point blank, period. Some of us thinking we got more than what we really got. That's the problem, I believe. Some of us want to pretend and look like we're doing better than what we're really doing. Trying to impress them people over there, and then look, I got to go by there, I got to look like this. For some people that don't even like your ass. A lot of people are spending money to look good to other folks. Money they don't even have. And the folks that don't even like them. So.
Yeah, well, Big Ward, to add on to that, it's a mindset change. And I don't know how many people out there talk about Warren Buffett, and I hope investing in some of the conversation that we get into. Warren Buffett still lives. He got $200 billion. He still lives in a house that he bought in 1964 for $50,000. And they asked him, why are you still living? I can only live in one house. And he likes his house. $50,000. I mean, it's worth about $500,000 now, but it was 1964. He only has one car. I believe he has a Cadillac now, and he only has one car, and he still drives through the drive-through of McDonald's. He said, I'm happy. I can only drive one car, and he got $200 billion, and he only has one car.
He tripping.
No, it's a mindset, huh?
He tripping.
No, Big Ward, it's a mindset, man. It's a mindset, you know.
$200 billion, and I'm living in a hell no. First of all, I'm black, so I can't do that because they're gonna come see, they're gonna come kill me. So first of all, I gotta be somewhere where they can't get to me. Where is this house?
It's in he live in Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska. $250,000. You can go look it up.
My thing is, like, people, he ain't got like security around the house or something.
Yeah, he has security now, and he actually owns net jets. So he do fly around on a net jet sharing, but Berkshire Hathaway owns the company.
He tripping, man. Ain't no damn way I'm gonna go through all that trouble to get that much. I'm talking about us.
We need to be talking about Big War. How many cars can you drive?
What he doing is what I'm telling us to do. I'm not telling billionaires to do that.
It's a mindset, huh?
How many billionaires doing that? Something wrong with him. Because the other billionaires ain't doing that.
Well, and back a while ago, I made a video. He talks about how he has the same mindset that he always had. He loves investing. He said he paints his portrait, and his portrait is owning businesses. I don't know how much you know about Berkshire Hathaway and Warren Buffett, but he owns Geico. He owns Gen Re. Yeah, he owns a lot. But that's what he loves. That's what he loves to do. So it's a mindset, and it goes all the way down to the bottom, and not so much being frugal, but as you were saying, Big Ward, trying to do things to impress other people don't do nothing for you. Don't do nothing for you.
No, but I want a Lamborghini, and that ain't to impress other people. It's just that I saw one when I was a little boy, and I've been wanting one ever since. So I just want one. I'm probably too big for it, but I want one, and I'm gonna get one of these days. But I want to bring Big Ward fan. Hold on now. Now I hope I ain't gonna bring her up here and then she get up here and cuss me out. Let me hold my finger on the button. Big Ward fan. Let me see what you're talking about. How you doing? Unmute your mic.
What's going on, Big Ward? I love your show, man. You got some great topics and things, man. You're doing it big. So I'm a Big Ward fan. Absolutely. And I think I emailed you earlier. So this is
today?
It. I emailed you today. Absolutely.
Okay. I didn't check my email today.
Oh man. Okay. But yeah,
so we done got back busy a little bit. It's getting close to holiday season. So I'm actually kind of working halfway decent right now. So I didn't check my email, but I will check it as soon as I get off here. What's your name on there?
You know I ain't gonna tell my name on the live. You know I told you anonymous.
That's the name you emailed me from on. Hold on.
No. I just said I wanted to be anonymous, and I told you your haters make you greater.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember that.
There you go, boss. You doing it there? Okay.
Some people misunderstand me when I be talking about the haters. I don't really. I do that to keep them coming. If you ignore the haters, man, they'll go away.
Absolutely, all publicity is good publicity. Don't worry about it.
So I ain't gonna ignore them. I'm not mad at them. I need them.
Right, but man, I tell you, this economy, it's gonna be all right. Actually, I mean, America's a business. We've always, if anything, the worst case scenario, there will be a war, and we'll go steal some resources. So, I mean, they're just gonna raise the debt ceiling. They're gonna get people back to working. Same thing with 2008. It's always going to bounce back. And if anything, this is the time to buy. You just got to know what to buy. You got to buy assets. Right. Everything's falling, things like that. This is the time to get in the market. It's going to get back up. The government, as far as America is concerned, they're not going to let it fall too far. So if you out there struggling, whatever, if you got some extra cash, this is the time to buy some assets, turn and flip, because the economy is going to go back up. It just does.
But that's the problem, though. The problem we're facing is people don't have money.
Well, that's the entire country don't have money. You see the debt ceiling rises. You'll notice a lot of business owners is to be wealthy, you have to have debt. So if you see a person that has wealth, they have also a lot of debt. How do they accumulate that wealth? Count up the debt. So
Yeah.
unless you got your own house and farm chickens and everything else and you producing yourself, it's some debt involved in there. So you got to look at the debt to income ratio, the profit and the loss of it. So I don't know. You say these people got money. Do they really have money?
No. I'm saying it's people that
ain't got no money.
I'm saying it's people out here don't have $500 in the bank.
But they got credit, hopefully.
Not if you ain't got $500 in the bank, and if you got credit, it's maxed out. A person with only $500 less in the bank, if they got good credit, that shit maxed out.
Well, that's a tough situation right there. But this is America.
I got a 2000 Toyota Avalon. The radiator just busted on me on the way over here. I thought I wasn't gonna make it. The radiator busted. I'm supposed to start at 7. Then I hit Damon and said 7:30. Cause my radiator busted. That son bitch like $300 some. Imagine somebody who ain't got but $500 in the bank, and their radiator just went out on their own car.
It's time to start the hustle, babe. I mean, it can be bad, but I mean, it depends on what you do. If you have some money, you need to buy in assets. It's not so much as, you take your money, you hoard it, you try to save it to make ends meet. You got to figure out a way to hustle it out. And most likely, like I said, this always happens during election year. I mean, I can't think of any election year that we haven't had right before election year. The economy kind of goes to shit and, people try to figure it out. So that's the pattern always. It's to get you to vote, get you motivated to be up in there. So when the economy bounces back, hopefully you made your correct investment. Now you have assets. So
now that usually happens that in the olden days, that happens during election year. During these times, we've been fucked up for the last 4 years. You see the difference? It ain't just the election year this time.
Well, I mean, he does have dementia. I mean, he's 80 something years old. I mean,
so who run the country?
Kamala.
So what you think she
in
gonna
the
do?
Background, somebody, but he been a little.
So what's gonna happen if she get in there and she take over for good?
All we can do is hope for the best. I mean, if she get in there, Trump get in there, one of the two. I mean, I always say, hey, it's one bird, two same fellas. That immigration crap they always come back and forth with. I mean, you can say the Democrats, we don't want people over here and tell the truth, shame the devil. Yes, you do, because it makes the price of living cheaper. If you can have cheap labor, the Republicans, they want to hire you. You know what I'm saying? Come here and come work in my construction company. Come here and whatever job, black job, that was whatever he was trying to say. I mean, it's two birds to the coin. It's the same thing over and over. I don't want to pay $20 for service goods. I don't. If I can get it cheaper, so I call them two birds of the same. But I'm gonna let you continue your show, and I appreciate you letting me coming through.
I appreciate it.
All right.
Big Ward fan, but I like that. How about that, Damon? Hey,
oh yeah, that was good. That was good. She got the right set in mind, but it's all in the assets that that you want to purchase. And Big Ward, I do want to appreciate you bringing me on and giving me this opportunity. But I would tell you, I have a book here. Since we was talking about Warren Buffett, it's and that's one of the things that I really wanted to shout out to your audience when you're talking about purchasing assets. You could talk about purchasing buildings, and some of those things could be real expensive. But this book right here, Big Ward, is The Intelligent Investor. I got introduced to this book when I was 22. And this was the book that I was talking about when Warren Buffett, when The Making of American Capitalist, where he said this book here changed his life. This is Ben Graham. He was a professor at Columbia, and that's the school that Warren Buffett went to. This book right here teach you pretty much everything you need to know about the mindset of investing. This is kind of what I talk about on my page. And if people want to, and so when I talk about not just surviving but thriving, and if we get this stock market to tank like I'm really hoping for, that's when you really get to buy assets that you want.
And I know you're a big cologne guy, so don't get offended by this, big boy. But Warren Buffett always talks about don't purchase your stocks the way you purchase your groceries, not the way you purchase your perfume. I mean, if you go to the grocery, if you want to buy good cologne, you don't really care about what the price is. But if you go to the grocery store and a steak costs $25 and you go in 2 weeks later and it costs $15, you're going to be happy. That's the same thing how you should think about the stock market.
Right. But I take the thing. No, I get what you're saying. And I actually take the same mindset with my cologne. I go to a place called Joma Shop.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got cologne that cost $500 a bottle. I pay $200 for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't pay them prices. I wish I would. I got $1,000 bottle of cologne. I didn't pay that much for it. But I hit licks, man. When you know what I mean? I don't want to talk too much, you know what I mean? But I hit licks. Yeah. So when I do buy stuff, like I don't buy it unless I got a lick. To where if I spend $500 on a bottle of cologne, it felt like 50 cents. Is my point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I understand.
I don't spend money without. It's like a reward. I might reward myself for something I just did to get the money. So I'm like, okay, and then that keeps me hustling. That keeps me grinding to where now I got to replace that $500 I just spent on that bottle of cologne. I didn't go out of that. I just spent $500 on a bottle of cologne, but I might have made $8,000-9,000 or something on a little thing. You know what I mean? So, and all I spent was $500. My obsession right now is cologne. I don't buy cars. I'm not I got my old school, but it took me like 6 years to get the way it is now. But my thing is cologne. I don't buy designer clothes. I manage. And I make sure I coordinate with my colors and stuff like that. But you won't see me with polo or none of that shit. What the other bullshit they be wearing, Balenciaga. I don't wear that crap. I just try to make sure it look good. Whatever I wear, I make sure it look good on me. And I like it. But I would go out looking like $1 million and I may have got on $120 worth of clothes. And I ain't ashamed to say that. I ain't trying to impress the folks over there. But whenever I go somewhere, they say, boy, you clean. But I ain't spitting nothing for it. I coordinate. What Pop said on Friday, I coordinate. So that's what I do, man. But I appreciate you joining me, Damon, man. And we're going to keep this thing going. So you think right about, well, I was going to do, because I like, what's the name of that stock? NVIDIA. I think you heard of that one.
Yeah, I know the video. Yep, I know the video. I made a couple videos on the video. They come at me. They attack me when I get on the video.
What you must say something they don't like?
Well, I think chip stocks out of like Micron, Intel. Intel is doing absolutely terrible, man. And I think that through our life, Intel was up there with Microsoft. But chips is a very cyclical company, and based on capitalism, no one's going to. NVIDIA right now is the only company that's selling these AI chips. So they're the only ones really selling them. But they're not. Capitalist is not going to sit around and let one company or one person make a boatload of money without attacking them. And so, like, you got Meta's trying to make their own chips. You got Google's trying to make their own chips. Matter of fact, Apple just completely trained their AI. They completely trained their AI on a Google warehouse that has all Google chips. And so they're going to attack them. And I just was trying to let people know it's a great company. I was just trying to let them know that it was completely overvalued. When it was about 140, 150, it was completely overvalued. Even though they're earning a boatload of money, they're growing their earnings a lot. But the stock is going to correct itself. And it was just, 2 days ago, it was at 92. But if NVIDIA at a certain price, I'm willing to, I'll be willing to pay for it. But right now, I think it's overvalued. That's all.
Okay, I bought some.
Good.
No, it was about 2-3 months ago. It was like 1,200. It was at 1,200 a share.
Yeah, they split. They did a stock split.
They did the 10-1 split thing.
Yeah.
So now they had went down to like 130 a share, and now it's tanking even more.
Tanking.
So I'm like, oh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it like you said, drop some more. I hope it get down to like $2.
It ain't gonna get that low. If it get to 50, around 50 or something like that, man, I would really. It's a great company. It's just everything is a matter of what price that you pay. It's just like a lot of things. You shouldn't really pay attention so much to the stock price. You should pay for the market capitalization of the whole company. And at one time, when it was about 150, that when you was talking about before a split, whatever the 10 to 1 was about 1,500. It was worth a $3 trillion company. And I don't know if would you buy Nvidia, the whole company, based on how much they're making? Would you pay $3 trillion for it? I mean, I don't know. But if it comes down, let's say it comes down to 500 billion, would you pay that amount? I mean, I probably would.
Yeah. So yeah, if it dropped, yeah. So you think it's gonna go back up? Because the AI is where everything is going now, ain't it?
Oh yeah, AI is everything is gonna be AI. It's gonna be changing, man. I mean, like Meta is one of my favorite companies. You can actually see them. They're integrating it throughout their whole system. Like, and I don't want to go too technical on it, but Meta, Apple stopped about 2 years ago. Apple stopped Meta from tracking you on your phone, so they couldn't advertise you the way they needed to. And then plus they were being attacked by TikTok. And TikTok had the best AI at the time. So Meta had to start investing a lot of money into AI. So they just did an interview, Meta's CEO.
Hold on. What you said? What happened with TikTok?
Well, TikTok was one of the best AI companies, artificial intelligence. That's how they was doing so good, and Meta had to try to catch up with them.
Okay.
And that's why. Yeah.
So now, because I was wondering why are these politicians going at TikTok? So were they trying to? You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
Remember, not too long ago they were trying to ban TikTok.
Well, yeah, they actually did ban it, and they passed a law to ban it, but they got so much time to try to sell it to an American company. It's a Chinese company.
Could that be the real reason they're trying to ban it because of what it's doing to them other stocks you just said? Could it be that?
No, I think it's that TikTok is, and the Chinese probably really is trying to spy and use all the, like, I don't know if you, like, when you search something. I find it strange. I search something on my phone, and next thing you know, when I'm watching TV or I'm watching YouTube or something like that, I get an advertisement. I mean, you get an advertisement almost instantly, huh?
Yeah, that happened to me too.
Yeah, and that's they're just using AI. So Meta had to use that's why Meta they're really promoting their reels and stuff like that. Which I love Meta. I would love for Meta to fall. I think a lot of things going to fall. I think we're overvalued as companies, housing. I think all that's overvalued. I don't know, have you looked up housing prices and see how much housing risen in the last couple of years? And I think all that stuff is going to correct itself.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're going to get ready to close this out real soon, man. I got my next guest. She coming up after you.
Okay.
So I'll see y'all, not y'all, but I'm going to be back Saturday, right? The Lord will, the creek don't rise. So I'm going to bring up Miss Andrea for my other segment on health and well-being. Now we're going to run the Christians out of here, Damon. The Christians for the league, they don't want to hear nothing else. Hey, Miss Andrea.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And
what's on you?
It's Andrea.
Andrea, how you doing?
I'm blessed, brother. How are you?
Likewise.
Good.
So tell me something good.
So, besides some of the things that we should be doing to help out with this, besides farming, learning to live off the land, meaning even if you don't have but pots on a balcony in an apartment, just start trying to learn how to grow something in those pots. That's what I'm doing at the time. Anytime I go buy organic foods, I save the seeds and dry them out, and I am trying to learn how to plant them. And then the next thing, which Spirit has told me is the biggest thing, is one of the biggest things is we need to learn how to harness our gifts. We, whether you believe it or not, we all were created with gifts,
I
and
believe that.
we just need to find out what they are. So that's a personal journey. And if we do that, sometimes it looks like the thing that you would do for free. Um, and it could possibly turn out to be the thing that makes you the most relevant or the most richest. Say for instance, like myself, I get so much joy out of the arts. I am a photographer, I'm a drummer, I am a dancer, and I would do those things for free. Besides the Holistic Heights, that is the name of the company that I created to teach people how to use the earth. But besides that, I would do those things for free. And now they are my career. So it's kind of like people desire me to come and perform for them. So it has turned out to be wonderful for me. So that's some of the things that we need to be doing, trying to harness our gifts.
And I truly agree. And to say it in simpler terms, start a business, work for yourself. And usually when a person starts a business, it's going to be doing something they love to do.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
basically, that was before people start talking crazy, like she talking about some devil stuff. No, you talking about everybody got a gift. God gave everybody a gift.
Yes.
Most
Absolutely.
people don't know what their gifts are. But if you're fortunate enough to find out what your gift is, use it. That's something that,
Absolutely.
like you said, something you would do for free.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like this right here, what I'm doing. It was a minute. I wasn't making no money, didn't have no subscribers, didn't have none of that. I was making videos the same way I'm doing now and was excited about it. Like I didn't, if I got 30 views that day, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Exactly. Excited.
So that's part of why I'm where I am now, because I was doing it out of passion. Like I love doing this.
Exactly. And can I tell you that excitement that you were creating, that energetic field was verbiating out into the world, and that was helping you attract more of that to you. So that's one of the biggest things. If we learn how to manifest joy, whatever it is, it will bring more of that back to us. The magnetic core of the earth has risen, so it is closer to the surface now. So being closer to the surface, we will be attracting more of what we want even faster. It doesn't have to be more what you want. It could be what you don't want also. It just kind of depends on where your vibrational level is. If you're a person of low vibration or you're pessimistic instead of optimistic, you'll be manifesting lower things. So you'll be attracting things of low vibration to yourself. But if you're on the other end of the spectrum and you keep a high vibration and you're full of joy for like no reason, you're just happy because you woke up. And that is something that we need to start being grateful for. And that in itself will help attract more of what you love to you. That's how it's worked for me.
And I call it, and this how exactly what you, first of all, I don't know how to, let me see, quality. It's a super sticker. Thank you for the $10 donation. I can't understand how to pronounce that, but I appreciate it. So now let me you talk about what I call the law, well, I don't call it, but they call it the law of attraction.
Yes.
And I was it was about, my son wasn't born then, and he's 12. So it was about 13, 14 years ago, right? I was sitting at home, I was watching Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? I'm gonna cancel this shit because it ain't no good movies on here, and I don't even watch it. And I'm paying for it and don't like what's on it. So
Right.
I was about to cancel it, and I was scrolling through Netflix, and I saw this movie called The Secret.
Mm-hmm.
You ever heard it? You ever heard of that movie?
Yeah, I saw it, but when I saw it, I wasn't into it then, so it didn't mean nothing to me then. I didn't understand it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it either, but what it did, it got me on the path to learn about manifestation and how to really, what prayer really is. And I started understanding why the old traditional way I was praying, the way I was taught in church, and wasn't getting no results because I wasn't praying right.
Exactly.
I wasn't getting results because the way they teach you how to pray in church, all of those stuff that's like.
And always asking for stuff. You can't just always ask for stuff. You have to first be grateful for the things that you do have. And it could be the little things like, oh, I'm so thankful that I woke up this morning. I am so thankful that I have this job to go to. I am so thankful that I have a son that loves me. I am so thankful that my pillow is soft and my sheets are fresh and clean and stuff like that. If we start off small like that, I promise you, because that's what I do. And that's how it happened for me. I'm telling you. Really.
And that's how it started happening for me. That's how I got the way I am right now, manifestation. As they say, thoughts become things.
Absolutely.
As a man thinketh, so is he. That's right, Danielle. I got a vision board too.
And your feelings become things also. We can't forget about those. Those are the biggest things that come to life, because you co-create with the universe and God by your feelings, how you feel. You can make your mouth say anything, but it's how you feel is what the vibrational energy that you put out is what helps co-create with the world.
Now, the Bible said something about you can't please God without faith, or something along those lines, right? You must have faith. The law of attraction, manifestation teaches the same thing. You must see it as if you already have it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You must already picture yourself with what you're asking for. So basically, the Bible call it faith. Then what we talking about, the law of attraction, call it manifestation. You seeing it, all right. You can't please God without faith. Faith is belief. What is faith? The believing in something.
Beliefs, that you don't see. The belief in something that you can't see.
Right. But you see, it ain't here yet. But you believe you can have it. So therefore, your faith without works is dead. But without faith, you ain't gonna put in no work. Because you ain't gonna put in work towards something you don't believe you can have. So first you gotta believe. You gotta believe it before you do it. Because if you don't believe you can do it, you ain't gonna try.
No.
Faith without works is dead. I get that, y'all. I get you. All right, church folk. I get you. But my point is, you must first believe it. If you don't believe
that's the biggest.
Right. If you don't believe something, you ain't gonna do it.
Right. You're not gonna put any action behind it.
You're not gonna put in the work on something you don't think you can do. Right.
Right.
If I don't think I can do it, I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna put in no work.
And the other thing is if it's something that you want, don't think about how much it costs. That's where we go wrong. When we do that, we're pulling on the energy in the opposite direction, because it's kind of like, yeah, I want it, but oh, I don't have this, or I can't get this and I can't get that. So that's the energy is at that point playing tug of war. So what you should do is just believe that you can have it and start making whatever steps that you can take to have it, and then the universe will pick and be happy about it. Oh, well, today I could only spend 10 minutes doing something toward whatever I want, and be satisfied with it, and then the universe will help usher in, and God will help usher in the other part of it. So it's kind of like it's a process, but don't be being negative about it, like, oh, I want it but I can't have it. Oh, I want it, but that dream's too big. Then you steady pulling the energy in both directions. And it's kind of like playing a game with yourself, or playing a game with God or the universe. Like, oh yeah, they want it. Oh, but they think they can't have it. Oh yeah, they want it, but they think they can't have it. And that's going to hold up whatever you're trying to get.
Hold on. Let me say this. Mr. Andrew. Mr. Andrew. The original manifester is God. I can't stand them Bible. I ain't gonna say all of them. There's some good Christians out here, some good people of God. But most of y'all make me sick. I ain't gonna even lie. This ain't the place for y'all.
I haven't read the Bible, so I can't say nothing.
I'm going somewhere with it. I don't mean to cut y'all.
Okay.
We got Andrew here, the friendly Bible thumper. This is not for you. This is not for you. If you don't have an open mind, my page ain't for you. If you set in your ways, ain't nobody tell you nothing. It's your way or the highway. You're in the wrong place. Because there's a lot of mystery. You think we know everything about the world? You think God has revealed everything to us? But you so stuck on that Bible, and that's it. Ain't nothing else. That's all we need to know right there. You in a box, brother. You're in the wrong place. I think outside the box. God was the original. How do you think the earth came to be? It was a thought before God created it. God thought about it first. Then he said, let there be. He went to creating, right? What do you call creating? Creating is manifesting. God was the original. You telling me manifesting, they putting God first. You fool, God manifested.
You hear me?
My God, folk make me sick, man. If I never see another Christian in my life, I'll be all right. See, and they talking about we need to go to heaven. We want to go to heaven. You think I want to go to heaven to be around y'all? No.
My heaven is right here.
Huh?
My heaven is right
here. It's full of Andrew and all them people, man. I don't want to go. If Andrew, I'm looking at your comment. If you're gonna be in heaven, I'll stay right here. What you tell me about who is God? What he look like? What his name is? This manifestation. Why don't you leave then? I ain't gonna block you because you got your freedom. You know, you ain't disrespectful or nothing. But what you here for? Shouldn't you be leaving? I'm over here speaking this, I guess, witchcraft to you. Yeah, Andrew, since you believe in all that, pay your tithe, please. I need about 10%. Somebody moderator that. Somebody pay Andrew the bucket, please, so you can put his 10% in there. Pay your tithe, since you preaching about the word of God, this and that, and there ain't no other way. I ain't mad at you, Andrew. You're still welcome here. But my point is, if what you trying to help me do, Andrew? Go to heaven. What you trying to help me do? Tell me about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Come on here. You want to come on? Let me drop the link so you come on here and tell her how Jesus Christ is the only way and this, that, and the other. We stupid if we don't believe that. There's no other way. God told you everything. God ain't told. Do you, Andrea? I want to say it right. Andrea.
Yes.
He said the Bible and God's word does not mention manifestation on any level. Yes, it does. They don't call it manifestation, fool.
Okay. Okay. Because that's
He said
exactly what he was doing.
the
So
Bible and
yeah.
God's word doesn't mention manifestation on any level. It's all through the Bible. Manifestation is all in the Bible.
All over it. Whether they mentioned that specific word or not. That's exactly what was happening.
That's what he was
Well,
doing.
how about co-creating?
He probably understand creating better. I don't know. Them folks, them Christians, I don't try to figure them folks out. I don't try to figure them out. When God created the earth, he was manifesting. When God created Adam and Eve, he manifested. Yes, I'm a believer. Yes, I am a believer. Not believing in what though? Do I believe in what you believe in? Trade hustles? Now that's the question. Everybody believe in something. Everybody believe in something. Do I have to believe in what you believe in though? Is the question. So.
Right.
Exactly. When you pray, you're manifesting. What's wrong with these people? Isn't that what prayer is?
I'm not sure.
I mean,
well, they taught us praying in a different way. So I don't get upset with people when they get upset with me because I already know, because I was taught those same ways too. So it's just that you have to be a free thinker, and not only being a free thinker, if you practice certain things, you'll be able to be open to God and the universe, where you can hear the voice and have visions. I have visions play in my head, in my third eye, like a movie, like literally. And it happens a lot when I go into either meditation or when I'm doing grid work, or when I'm because I can put myself in a meditative state when I clean up, right? So like when I'm washing dishes and I'm standing there with the water, it's like I'll travel off and things come to me then. So I mean, it's just people don't have a understanding other than what they were taught. So
and they don't know what they was taught, where it came from. They just trust grandma. They just trust grandma.
Exactly.
A lot of times grandma couldn't read.
True.
Do you have a channel? Somebody asking, what's your channel?
There's nothing on there. There is nothing. I think it might be one poem on there, and I did that a few years ago. There's nothing on there.
Do you know anything about breath work?
Breath work, breathing.
Yeah, I
guess. Yes, but I don't know enough to instruct anybody. I just do, when I give classes and do workshops, we just do deep breathing before we go off into tapping and some of the other things that I do. But I don't know any of the deep stuff about breathing.
Okay. And again, someone wants to know, what is grid work?
Grid work is when we go outside and we connect our root chakra to the ground. So we can, your root, just go sit your butt. Just take your butt and sit. I was saying root chakra being nice, but yeah, go sit your butt on the ground and connect with Mother Gaia, because the magnetic field that's in the earth, it is healing for us, and it is an electrical current that comes through the ground, and you need the electrical current that Mother Gaia has in her, the magnetic core, and she also needs the energy from us. So there's an exchanging of gifts that goes on when you go and connect your body to the earth. She'll be healing you and you'll be healing her at the same time. and that if we wouldn't be getting as hot. The earth wouldn't be heating up as fast as it is if we were doing more ground setting, or if we, and that's called grid work. And the other thing that's grid work is us keeping animals, connecting with nature and keeping animals, like the food that we need to be eating. Instead of the grocery stores, we need to be doing some type of farming ourselves. And what we need to be doing is going to our local municipalities, like our city halls and stuff like that, because they actually, in a lot of places, it's unlawful to raise animals and to grow gardens, because I know it was in my mom's neighborhood, but enough of the people got together and complained about it. So now they're able to keep a certain amount of chickens and, maybe some small like lamb or sheep or something like that, some small animals, depending on the footage of their backyard. So that's grid work. Even if you're not a meat eater, some people don't eat meat. If you're not a meat eater, still, if you can, grow chickens, if you only allowed to do 5 of them, and give the meat away to your neighbors, or not give it away, sell it, because we're going to come to the time where you're going to need to barter, even if money is not in the play, because I believe they're going to get a currency as we know it today is not going to be here much longer. So we're not going to be passing dollar bills and coins to buy things. We're going to go back to a bartering system. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's going to be in my lifetime or our lifetime or not, but it's going to happen. So you should be teaching your children how to live off the land. And even if you only have a small space where you can go back there and build a small chicken coop where you can keep 3 or 4 chickens, that'll be doing grid work.
Well, you know what? That's what people say, I'm living off the grid. I've heard that saying before. They living
I
off the
heard
grid.
it.
In other words, they living
I
off
heard
of how right. I'm living off the grid, which means you're not living off this life that everybody else living off of. You doing, like you say,
right.
you're growing your own food, growing your own animals. You ain't going to the grocery store. You ain't going to Alabama
Right.
Power.
Exactly.
Right. But now a lot of states, especially where I am, certain places you can't have a garden on your own property.
I know. That's how it was. That's what I was just saying. How it was in my mom's neighborhood. You have to get with you and enough people have to keep going to your city halls and to your local elected officials that work for you, because they have the public all over convinced that we work for them. No, you put them in office. They work for you. So they should be trying to do the things that you ask of them. So you have to make those elected officials do the work for the permits that'll be needed so you can grow your own garden. At least, even if you don't have or want animals, you should at least be able to garden, because they poisoning us. And every institution, all of the organizations that I am with, I talk to those people about, let's go after the USDA for the spraying of the crops and the hormones and stuff that they're putting in the foods, because they are like slowly killing us. But all the organizations that I deal with, we like freedom fighters out there doing a whole bunch of stuff, but they seem to think that the USDA, which is government linked, is too big of a fight for us to fight. So we'll never get any help with that. That's why, and I'm not going to say never, but I'm just saying it's not enough of us that are organizing big enough to take them down at this moment. So the best thing for us to do in order to live longer is to try to start to garden on our own property, even if you have a small space.
Yeah.
You should try to learn.
Well, I totally agree with you, and good luck on that with these devil in charge of everything. They don't want us to.
But I
You can't.
think it's going to be somewhere down the line, it's going to be a big paradigm shift. We're going to all have to think about things differently. And hopefully we start now before some tragic event happens where, where we won't be able to leave out our houses or anything like that. And I already know that a lot of the grocery stores, major chain stores, are going to be closing, like the Walmarts and the drugstores and the Targets and all that stuff. I got the messages a long time ago. They got to go. They got to go. And I'm sorry, it's going to look terrible to us, and we going to feel like, oh, we're going to be in distraught. No, you better start living off the land, and it's time to learn now.
Well, a lot of people gonna die off then, cause these people. No, you mean to tell me no McDonald's and Burger King?
They gotta go. Oh, they the biggest of the poison, and they
I'm
lies
saying,
every
what are people
time.
gonna do without those places?
Yeah, but enough's enough. Enough's enough, and Spirit ain't gonna keep on letting these people kill us like this. It's gotta go. Eventually, it's gonna go.
And I noticed you call it the Spirit.
Yeah, or God.
But see, that the thing about it, what I don't like about religious people is you're a believer too. I'm a believer. But if you don't say it and do it the way they say do it, they go to pointing, you going to here, you going here, you going to do it. I'll be like, man, get your ass away from me. Get
And
away
I
from
heard
me.
that a lot.
Why are you watching me? Don't watch me. Go somewhere over there and speak in tongues. Watch TD Jakes or whoever you want to watch. Why are you watching me? I'm a heathen.
But I tell them that they are like living in hell right now. So, I mean, I find joy in just about everything. So, even some of the worst case scenarios, I can look and say, well, that happened because, I mean, I'm a balanced person. So, like I said, even worst case scenarios, I can pretty much see some happiness in most things. So
You know what I think? I think you're a heathen.
okay.
You one of them goddamn heathens.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I know.
As long as I feel the way I feel every day, I'm happy with being a so-called heathen then.
Well, according to somebody, you're a heathen or a witch or whatever else, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I am. I've been called all of those names. So, and I'm
the Bible is full of spells.
Full of them that as far as I can tell, I mean, I'm not a Bible reader, but the ones that I know of, they are, because I'm not a person that say I create spells, but I am a person that does like altar work. I do altar work. Like we're about to have an 8/8 portal tomorrow. So, and I know that we can manifest in a huge way during this time because I study numerology and the planets and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing some candle lighting and all of that stuff tonight, and I'm gonna do some drumming and
no, don't say that here. I might lose some followers. Don't say all that. That sounds like witchcraft. That sounds like some evil. Like you're going to go worship the devil or something. Don't say that around these Christians.
No.
Speaking of these Christians, what's the name? Worldwide Game Boy. Big Ward, one of these days, I'm going to preach you the true gospel of grace. I still appreciate that. It seems you've been affected by the heretics and it's kept you weary of the Lord. Well, oh, really? I'm weary of the Lord. What Lord? Your Lord? But anyway, I'm going to pray for you, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate you praying for me. Pray that I get like $100 million. If you're going to pray for me, if you can't pray that, don't pray for me.
No, you can't trust everybody's prayers. Everybody gonna pray to the same belief, so you can't trust that.
Well, he said somebody that kept me weary of the Lord. What Lord? Which Lord? Which one? Because there's a million of them. You know how many gods it is? I'm not in real life. How many different beliefs is God? People believe all
different. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's
But
over 4,000 religions. So what? And they all different.
And they all believe they're right.
Exactly.
Every one of them, every religion that's ever been created, even the people that believed in Zeus and the Apollo and all them folks, everybody thought their God was real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now here we go. Now the new age is the Christians. You know, everybody else wrong but them.
But that should make people think and realize that your journey is individualized. Just like your happiness that's a personal journey. So being with your creator is a personal journey. So that's why so many different religions, I believe. It just is.
One Lord, one Savior.
I'm going to get results on my personal journey, and the things that I do, I get results. And that's one of the reasons I can smile. And everybody's different, though.
Most Christians I know are miserable.
I know, right? Come on. Tell it. They do be, and they're hateful.
Hateful, talk crazy about you, condemn you to hell. And bless their heart. But anyway, Miss Andrea. Tonight, I want to talk to my friend Aslan, and we're gonna get out of here because it ain't Saturday. It's 9:21. Okay. We got to go to work. So I will see you. Hopefully, I'll see you Saturday, and we'll try this again.
All righty. You have a great night and be safe out there on the road.
All right. I really appreciate you. Good night.
You're welcome.
See you Saturday, hopefully.
All right.
All right, Miss Dakota.
Can you hear me?
Hello, my friend.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. You said Miss Dakota this time, but I was just gonna tell you that you be pronouncing my name wrong. It's Osland.
That's why I said Miss Dakota, because
you had a feeling, huh?
Yeah, I had a feeling. So it's Osland.
Yeah, it's Osland.
Like Oz, the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Osland.
Osland. Yeah, you got it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, man, you be going in on Christians. Like, what's up with that?
Not real Christians.
Okay. Well, that was my conversation, because I basically was gonna tell you that, like, just like you was talking about black people versus in words. I'm like the same way with Christians.
I was just gonna tell you, I don't talk about women. What? Hold on. All right, let me just stop it. I don't talk down on women. Yeah. I don't hate women. Mm-hmm. I love women. I hate bees.
Right.
I ain't gonna say the word. Okay. I don't have a problem with Christians. A true Christian is one of the sweetest, kindest, give you the shirt off their back type of person. Mm-hmm. A real Christian, we don't see many of them. So that's why a lot of Christians nowadays give Christianity a bad name, where people don't even want to be around them. Yeah. They want nothing to do with church. I don't want to be nowhere near these Christians nowadays. They judgmental. When the same God they follow and say, judge not, lest ye be judged. And they're some of the most judgmental people I've ever seen in my life.
I agree.
All right. Yeah. I have people that get on me about how you say you don't believe in Jesus or whatever, and I say I'm not sure about that. I don't know what to believe about that. I know there's a God. So I'm gonna let God work with me on whether or not Jesus is real, not no human being. Because ain't none of us ever seen it. Ain't none of us ever seen it. Mm-hmm. It might be very hypocritical, whatever, D-Dunk. I don't care what you think about it. I believe what I want to believe, and ain't nothing you can do about it. So anyway, I wear this right here, this cross, right? But see, this is not my belief. Now, if you're a Christian, a real Christian, and you wearing a cross, you were sinning. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that. You know a lot of
Christians
stuff,
don't know
though.
it.
You know a lot. That's why I be like, you know a lot. Like
I
you know
read
the
the
truth.
Bible from the front to the back. I'm really a genius.
Yeah, and
A
you know
lot
the
of
truth.
Christians that I debate, a lot of people I debate with, a lot of Christians, majority of them ain't read the Bible.
Yeah, I don't wear a cross because you basically like glorifying something that was actually a bad
It's a
thing.
graven image.
Yeah.
God said thou shalt not have any graven images. In other words, the pictures on the wall when we grew up, grandma had a picture of Jesus on the wall.
Mm-hmm. That's not Jesus. That's somebody made up that they painted, for one.
But what I'm saying, they classified it as Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So they put the name of Jesus on that picture. Right. Even if it ain't Jesus, they committing blasphemy. They are worshiping. Thou shalt not have any graven images. You know, a graven image, which is the cross. You're not supposed to wear a cross if you're a Christian. I don't claim to be a Christian, so I can wear it.
That's interesting. Really no, you're right though, and a lot of people don't know that. That's why sometimes when I be listening to your videos, I'm like, this man know a lot. Like what? You know what I mean? Like you really do know a lot.
A lot of people just be talking. I actually do this.
Yeah.
Before I get on here and run my mouth, because I want everybody to be able to call me out and say, "Man, you lying." I can go show you, point out what I just said in the Bible. Mm-hmm. In the Bible.
No, I feel you. I feel you 100%. Like you actually blew my mind with that one because a lot of people don't know that about the cross. Like that's one of those things. If you tell somebody that thinks that they know the truth, they will get really like crazy with you if you try to tell them like this is actually something you're not supposed to do. You know what I mean? But it's actually written. It's written there. Like you just gotta.
They'll come right on here and get on me like they're really getting on my head about something. Mm-hmm. If you don't believe in Jesus, why you wearing the cross? That's so hypocritical. You're a fool. You're a false prophet. You're a fake Christian. You're lukewarm. You don't practice what you preach. All you gotta do is read it. They quick to judge like Henry Raphael do. He's very judgmental. I'm like, who is? No, don't get rid of him. He good. He ain't.
Oh no, I'm just looking. I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, he ain't disrespectful. So he can. He just one of them Christians that you can't tell him nothing. He probably don't know the first book of the first paragraph of Genesis.
Yeah.
I asked the Christian that one day in the
I don't act like I know my Bible front to back because I don't. But you know a lot, Big War. You really do. And you basically already said what I was actually going to tell you, which was basically like when it comes to Christianity, Jesus told us that it would be a lot of people pretending to be his followers. So I just feel like for people who have lost faith in Christianity, like don't let false prophets and don't let people who's supposed to be like saying that they're Christians and they live in their life a certain way that you don't agree with, or they're not supposed to be doing it. Don't let them deter you from Christianity because Jesus warned you about them. He warned you about those people.
Here's how I feel about that.
They don't actually represent him.
Jesus is not the problem. Christ ain't the problem. Christians are.
Right. Fake Christian.
You got Christ, then you got the Christians. Christ is good. I made a video when I first started my channel. And people probably ain't seen it because people ain't going back watching videos 900 videos ago. I might repost that tomorrow, Thursday, Throwback Thursday. But I was like, well, what's wrong with Jesus? That was the video was about. What a lot of people don't, whether Jesus is real or not, that ain't the question. That ain't the issue. My issue is, well, not an issue at all. If you read the Bible and what it says about Jesus and what he did, what he believed in, what he stood for, and what he taught, the question I asked was, what's wrong with this? Ain't nothing wrong with nothing he said. Whether Jesus is real, if Jesus is real or not, this ain't about whether you believe he's real or if he ever existed. I was defending Jesus as in everything he taught in here, or that he was supposed to have taught, was good. Mm-hmm. He didn't teach you to do nobody wrong. He didn't teach you to treat people how these Christians treat people. He didn't treat people. He didn't teach people the way if they don't believe what you're saying to tell them they're going to hell and all that. It ain't what he taught.
Right.
Jesus didn't teach that.
Mm-hmm.
These people.
I'm listening. Oh.
Yeah, they my bad. Osmond, my bad. He did not teach what these people out here doing now under the name of Christianity. He did not teach that. That's why I don't listen to him. Like when you invited me to church with it. That's one of the reasons why I don't go to nobody's church, because you might be a real one.
Mm-hmm.
But I guarantee the majority of folks in any, I don't care who church it is, the majority of them ain't real. They ain't real.
You gotta see for yourself. You really do. You gotta see for yourself.
That's why a lot of people end up church hurt, because they believe in that. You done heard of church hurt?
Yeah.
And that comes from people going into church, feeling all nostalgic or whatever. I'm in the house of the Lord, and everybody here loving and caring, and everybody actually following the teachings of Jesus Christ. And then when you find out they're not, you be like, oh man, Jesus ain't real. No, them people, that wasn't real.
Mm-hmm.
Those people wasn't real.
Right. It's two things I want to say real quick. So the first thing is, obviously, we all know nobody's perfect, right? Nobody's perfect. So even if you feel like
speak for yourself.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. So even if, you know, like, it's just about trying. First of all, it's about trying your best. The stuff that's blatantly like against the Bible, like you was talking about last week, sex before marriage, you know, certain things, you know, Christians just aren't supposed to do. You can classify those as just fake people. You know what I mean? Because my opinion is that, like, we know that we have forgiveness and mercy, but that's not a free-for-all type of thing. Like, I'm gonna do what I want and then I'm gonna pray for forgiveness. You literally try your best to live the Bible, live by Bible standards, and that's where the mercy comes in, is when you fall short, not just so you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean?
Right.
Dang, I forgot my second thing I was supposed to say that fast.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
How can a Christian be a Democrat?
A Christian can be a Democrat. I agree with you so hard in that video. Like, true Christians
you said it can be?
Cannot be any political party. True Christians are politically neutral, because Jesus said his followers will be no part of this world. You follow Jesus and you respect whatever authority is in office, period. Because at the end of the day, you respect authority. You obey the law.
And you obey the law.
Yeah, you obey the law, you respect authority, and that's it. And let them do what they may, because you have to have. And then a lot of people don't understand that, because, you know, people that don't like political Christian non-voters get a lot of flack too, because they feel like, oh, if y'all voted, we could actually make a change. But if I vote, I'm literally going against my core belief that I don't believe any of these people can do anything for me. I believe in God's kingdom, which Jesus is the ruler of God's kingdom, and I'm not going to have any part of it. But get a lot of flack because of that too. You know what I mean? But honestly, true Christians are not political. They don't. I do too much by even having an opinion. You're not supposed to have an opinion about what's going on. Like, you should be that set in your beliefs that these guys can't do anything. Because if they could, it would have been done by now. We do this every 4 years in America. Or every 4 years. Come on now, it's no solution. And then the things that really have to be cured, only Jesus can cure. Like, there's no political person can cure sickness. No political person can perform the miracles that Jesus performed when he was on earth. Those are the real problems. Anything a politician feel like they can do is putting a Band-Aid over it, and it's never going to be a real solution.
Facts. Well, it's been a good one.
Yes, it has been a good one. Our first live stream in the middle of the week. It was nice, and we didn't do it for 3 hours. It's been like 2 hours.
2 hours. And,
yeah.
If I would have started earlier, I probably would have went 3. But we got to be back Saturday.
We'll keep you for 3 hours, though. We'll keep you for 3 hours.
Hey, I can go 8 hours. It's just a matter of I don't want to be the only one here.
You're not gonna be the only one here. You're not gonna be the. We should do an all-nighter. Let's pull an all-nighter.
That's a thought. That's a thought. I want at least 5 hours. See if we can go 5 hours. Start that.
I'm capping. I will.
But I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm all in here.
I will fall asleep straight up. Like I'm just talking.
Brother, I mean, worldwide game, boy. You skipped all the other comments. I ain't finna read all these other comments, man. Do you know how many people on here talking crazy? If you was me, Miss Osmond, would you read all these comments?
No. I know. I'm so happy. Like, no.
You ever see some of them goofy comments I get?
Yes, I be seeing them, and I be blocking them too. Cause I'm like, y'all disrespectful.
Right,
I don't like this.
get them. Like, I get some goof. I'm not gonna read all these comments, man, and some of the stuff people say. I've been lost my mind. Like, and these are grown people saying, I think they're grown.
Nothing better to do. Most of them don't even have a profile picture, and they be talking so much noise. Like,
about some dude on YouTube.
About some dude on YouTube. Like, come on now. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Lenore said, you try to kill us. Talk about an all-nighter. That would be fun though. We should try it. Like, we should definitely try it. That would be cool.
We're gonna at least try. We're gonna see who's gonna hang in there with us.
Yeah, we should do that. I'm gonna make sure I have my Red Bull. You be drinking Celsius. I'm Red Bull, Team Red Bull. But I drink me a Red Bull right when it starts, and I'll be up with y'all.
Well, we gonna see. I'm trying to read some of these comments, man. I ain't knocking nobody. Cause I know a lot, but I don't know everything.
Right. Nobody knows everything.
So I can't. What I'm saying is about Jesus. I can't 100% tell you there's no Jesus.
Oh wait, that's the other thing. I remember my other thought from earlier. So for people who don't believe that Jesus was real, this was the craziest thing ever. I remember being in high school. We was in European history class, and the teacher started talking about a man. Like, he basically told a story of Jesus, but he didn't say it. He didn't use Jesus' name. He was talking about a man, like he described it, but it was in the history books. And I'm like, bro, I asked myself, is this about Jesus? And my teacher just gave me like a little smirk, because he was like, oh, you put it together. And I'm like, literally, like, for people who don't believe, you can literally just remove the Bible and look at Roman history. Pontius Pilate, all the people that they name in the Bible are like literally in history. So it's like, if you really want to believe in Jesus, the evidence is there. If you really want to believe in the creator, because of course I don't believe that I believe that Jesus and the creator are two different people. If you really want to believe in the creator, look around you. You know what I mean? Look at how the human body was designed. Like, everything was created, you know? So
a problem that I had and continue to have is knowing the history of the Bible.
Oh, like how it was
the Bible we got now.
Like how we have
knowing the history of the Bible, right? There's a lot of books of the Bible. Like, say for instance, Jesus in the Bible we got now, the Canaan Bible, the Bible we got now, from birth to 12 years old, we got Jesus. From 12 to 32 or 33, we don't have no nothing. There's a missing part of his life. That's what gets me. What did he do from 12 to 32? Why is that not in the Bible? How many years is that? That's like 20 years.
Yeah.
That's a lot of years to leave out about the Savior of the world.
Right.
The Savior of mankind. Y'all gonna leave out 20 years of his life.
Yeah.
Of things he did.
Right.
And what we got is the Apocrypha. I don't know if you ever heard of that. The missing books of the Bible. The Apocrypha.
No, I never heard of that.
I'm gonna put you on to something. I don't want to. Don't. If you ain't ready, there's more to. In other words, there are more books of the Bible than what we are taught.
And I agree. I agree with that. And actually, the Bible tells you that there are more books, because it actually talks about new scrolls being opened up at a certain point once we get past the point we are now. But my opinion on the Bible now that we have now is,
you got a pen. You got a pen, a pencil.
I got my phone. I'm ready.
Look up APOCRYPHA.
Okay.
And they call it the Apocrypha, but they're the lost books or the missing books of the Bible. What happened was there were other books that was written, but the Roman Catholics or whoever, was the Council of Nicaea, is a group of religious leaders.
Mm-hmm.
got together and decided what books was going to go in and what books wasn't. It wasn't God that decided. Man decided. Just because it was some stuff in the other books they didn't want man to know.
Exactly. Just like they removed God's name. The same people you're talking about removed God's name. So everybody think that God is Jesus, and it's not. But anyway, I'm listening.
Right. So therefore, that's why I don't trust religion. It's man-made. Man control religion. You better get. We'll talk about that another time. We've been 3 hours again. But look up the Apocrypha and tell me what you think about it.
Okay.
All right. And the book of Enoch. I want you to read that one.
I heard about the book of Enoch.
Read that one.
This is gonna be my final thought. Because I didn't went down this rabbit hole before, not with this, but definitely with the missing books of the Bible and all that stuff. This is what I feel like we have to remember as believers, okay? God is the most powerful being to ever exist, the Alpha and the Omega. Do you think for a second that he will allow man to destroy his word? Absolutely not. It's been a lot of attempts to get rid of the Bible, but think about how even the version we have today, it's lasted thousands of years. It's made it through a lot. Originally a Hebrew scriptures, originally written in Hebrew, translated into so many different things. And I say that to say, regardless of what has been removed, the main message is still there. You see what I'm saying? Like the message has been preserved.
Hold on. If we got a pipe right here, right? A water pipe. Okay. You got clean water on this side of the water pipe. The pipe dirty. You run the clean water through the dirty pipe. What you gonna get out on the other side?
You'll get dirty water first, then you get clean water.
The water went in the dirty pipe clean.
Huh? I'm lost.
This is a pipe.
Mm-hmm.
But the pipe is dirty. Right?
Mm-hmm.
A filthy, rusty pipe. This is the water from the flow into the pipe. The water's clean. But it goes through the dirty pipe. What is it going to come out on the other side?
Rusty.
And dirty.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get clean water from a dirty pipe. Mm-hmm. The Bible we got is from dirty, filthy men. It started out clean.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
You say God wouldn't allow. Yes, he would. He allows us to do a lot of stuff he don't want us to do.
No, not that's going to affect his will directly. No.
It ain't going to affect his will.
Because the message that needs to be in the Bible is still there.
Have you read in the Bible where God said, I will write my commandments on your heart?
Yes.
You know how when you were a little, I don't know if you remember when you were a little kid, or you might see little kids, even though they don't know right from wrong, you can a little kid know they done did something wrong, even if you ain't taught them. Mm-hmm. They're hide. You can look at him and he know he done did something wrong.
Yeah, their conscience bother him.
What you think that is? God wrote his commandments on your heart. You know right from wrong even without a Bible.
Right. Yeah.
So therefore,
we have a built-in moral compass.
That's God.
We should.
Where you think it came from?
Our Creator.
You think it came from a book?
No, it came from our Creator. But the book is a guide. Like, there's actual real directions in here on how you can gain everlasting life. And not in heaven. And not in heaven.
I ain't gonna go back and forth with y'all on that part, because that's a belief thing. That's an interpretation thing. Depending on how what you read and what it means to you, what you read. Because what I know is, what you got, Danielle? What's your question? What I know is, you can go to 5 different pastors and ask them a question, the same question, and each one of them pastors gonna give you a different answer. I know you probably find that hard to believe. Ask your pastor a question, and then we'll ask another pastor the exact same question and see if we say this, and see if you get the same answer.
I don't have a pastor, but I understand what you're saying.
I don't know. I don't know what y'all call it, but your leader, the head man. Y'all ain't got a head guy.
Oh, we don't have a head man. We have a body of elders.
Oh, well, the body. I'm confused. I'll tell you what, but it's 9:45, y'all. I got to go to bed. I will see y'all
Good night,
Saturday.
everybody.
Thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to try this again Saturday. And we're going to go a little bit longer Saturday, all right?
All right. Good night. Bye, everybody.
Good night. Good night. Good night.